Turmeric and turmeric once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with Spice of the Day, the one and only turmeric. So maybe you know it as a spice. Maybe you confuse it with ginger. Maybe you think it's an herb. Maybe you use it all day, every day. Or maybe, just maybe, this is the first time you've ever heard of this plant food, right? Well, whatever the case may be, please listen and watch on. Why? Because we're about to dive just a little deeper into the wonderful world of turmeric. All right, first up, a little bit of background information. So 23% Nation, I know a lot of you are wondering, Coach D, what in the world is turmeric? Well, here we go. Turmeric comes from the Curcuma longa plant, which grows in India and other southeastern Asian countries. It is a member of the ginger family, so yes, it is possible to confuse turmeric with ginger. The dried root of this plant is ground into a distinctive yellow powder, giving it the name golden spice. That's right, guys. So if you ever walk into any restaurant and you look at the menu and it says made with golden spice, then you should automatically know that they are referring to turmeric. So there we have it, guys, a little bit of background information about the one and only turmeric. Okay, more background information. Another very popular question is, why is turmeric good for you? Well, here we go. There are several chemical compounds found in this spice, known as curcuminoids. Now, for those of us that are interested in learning more about curcuminoids, maybe you're a chemistry head and you just love chemical compounds, you like the chemical structures, you like the chemical formulas, right? Well, take a look at the picture. Here are some examples of curcuminoids. That's right. And I'm providing you with the chemical structure. Now, here's something else that we definitely need to know about these curcuminoids is that the active substance is curcumin, right? Curcumin is what makes turmeric a functional food, defined by the Mayo Clinic as foods that have a potentially positive effect on health beyond basic nutrition. Well, that's great to know. Guys, there we have it. We now know exactly why turmeric is good for you. Okay, now it's time for a few fun facts. Although using turmeric frequently in your cooking is a great way to take advantage of the spice, turmeric only contains about 3% absorbable curcumin in the powder form used in food. Interesting. So that leaves a question. What about the other 97%? Right? Well, let's find out. Therefore, you may also consider taking it or curcumin in supplement form. Some high-quality turmeric pills contain up to 95% curcuminoids. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get more curcuminoids in your system, then it's probably best to take it in a supplement form as opposed to the powder form. So there we have it, guys. A few fun facts about the one and only turmeric. All right, more fun facts. There are a few things to consider when purchasing a good turmeric supplement. For one, try to find one containing black pepper to get the maximum absorbability, as turmeric and black pepper work in tandem. Interesting. So guys, we now know exactly what to look for, right? So the next time you're in your health supplement store, right? Maybe it's GNC, maybe it's the Vitamin Shop, or maybe it's a local health food store. Always make sure that whatever turmeric supplement you purchase, that it has some black pepper in it. So there we have it. A little more fun facts about the one and only turmeric. Okay, more fun facts. Second, consider a fermented turmeric pill or capsule. The pre-digestion process of fermentation helps you to absorb it more effectively. Next, look for a turmeric supplement with other supporting ingredients like ashwagandha, milk thistle, dandelion, and peppermint. Last, make sure that the product you get is made from organic turmeric, if at all possible, with no GMOs. That's right, guys, we definitely have to look out for GMOs. So now, for those of us that are interested in taking turmeric supplements, we now know exactly what to look for. So there we have it, more fun facts about the one and only turmeric. More fun facts. Another popular question about turmeric is, when is the best time of the day to take these supplements? Well, as it goes, research varies, but it's believed that taking antioxidant supplements at bedtime may be most effective. That's right. So, whether you go to bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, midnight, 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning, please try to take your turmeric supplements close to your bedtime. So there we have it, more fun facts, or shall we now know the best time to take turmeric supplements? All right, more fun facts. Wow, who knew turmeric was so much fun? Turmeric is also available as an essential oil, which can be used alongside turmeric in food and supplement form. Interesting. Quality is key here, particularly if you're going to use turmeric essential oil internally. That's right. Always dilute in water or other liquids. For example, you can put 1 drop in a smoothie in the morning. That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now know that turmeric also comes in oil form, right? And you can drink it in a smoothie. That's right. But please don't overdo it, right? It says 1 drop. Not 4, not 10, only 1. So there we have it, guys. More fun facts about the one and only turmeric, but now in oil form. All right, now it's time for the not so fun facts. Turmeric might be allergic to some, as some people have reported allergic reactions, especially after skin exposure. Typically, this is experienced as a mild-ish itchy rash. So, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the picture. If you've ever experienced turmeric and maybe, just maybe, you experience a rash soon thereafter, then you may have some type of allergic reaction, or we can say a sensitivity. Now, if you have experienced this type of rash before, you may want to reduce or maybe even completely eliminate turmeric from your regular use. Of course, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor. So there we have it, not so fun facts about the one and only turmeric. Okay, more not so fun facts. In addition, high doses of turmeric may have been observed to cause side effects, including nausea, diarrhea, increased risk of bleeding, increased liver function tests, hyperactive gallbladder contractions, hypotension, meaning lower blood pressure, uterine contractions in pregnant women, and increased menstrual flow. Oh my goodness. If you experience these symptoms, stop using turmeric and get the medical advice of your doctor. So, as I stated before, usually what happens in situations like these is that people in general consume too much of it, which then elicits an allergic response by the body. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever experienced any of these side effects or the rash, which was covered in the last slide, then like I said earlier, you may want to reduce your use, you may want to completely eliminate it, or you just may simply want to talk to your doctor to see what other options are available for you. So there we have it, guys. More not so fun facts about the one and only turmeric. All right. Now it's time to dive into the 520 rule. Ladies and gentlemen, the 520 rule is all about food labels. That's right. It helps us to understand and read food labels better. Ultimately, it's a guide. It's a guide that lets us know whether or not a food or beverage item is a good source or not a good source of any particular nutrient. Now, when we talk about the 520 rule, really what we're talking about is percent daily value, abbreviated percent DV. Now, let's take a look at our sample food label. As you can see, it is divided into three main parts: purple, yellow, and blue. So at this time, let's talk about part by part by part. So first up is the percent daily value column. Now, as you can see, percent DV is basically represented as a percentage. That's right. So it's on a scale with a low end of 0% and with a higher end of 100%. Now, there are some very rare cases where percent DV may exceed 100%, but as I just mentioned, those cases are rare. Next, moving on to the yellow portion. Now, the yellow portion does a good job of highlighting a few nutrients that unfortunately cause the body a little bit of harm. As a matter of fact, they do a really good job at promoting sickness, illness, and disease. So, say hello to saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, and sodium. That's right. So the next time you eat or drink something, you probably want to make sure that the percent DV for those nutrients are as close to 0% as possible. Guys, that's why the sample food label says limit these nutrients. Moving on. Now let's talk about the blue portion, which does a really good job at highlighting those nutrients which do just the opposite of the yellow nutrients. Rather than promote sickness, illness, and disease, these nutrients promote wellness and health within the body temple. So, the next time you eat or drink something, you probably want to make sure that it contains dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. And you also want to make sure that those percent DVs are as close to 100% as possible. That's why our sample food label simply says get enough of these nutrients. Now, some of us prefer to have things simplified. And so that's why our sample food label offers this tidbit. It says quick guide to percent DV. 5% or less is low, 20% or more is high. Well, for me, that's a little too general. I prefer more specific information. That being said, here's what I'd like to offer to you today. Ladies and gentlemen, if a food or beverage item offers 0% to 9% of any nutrient, then that food or beverage item is not a good source of that particular nutrient. If, however, a food or beverage item offers 10% to 19% DV of a nutrient, then that food or beverage item is considered a good source of that particular nutrient. Lastly, if a food or beverage item offers 20% DV or greater, then that food or beverage item is considered an excellent source of that particular nutrient. So there we have it, guys, the ins and outs about the 520 rule. All right, now that we've covered the 520 rule, let's now dive into the nutrition facts of the one and only turmeric. So for today's lecture, we're going to say that a single serving of turmeric is equal to 1 tablespoon of ground turmeric. That's right. Now, for those of us who are not familiar with a tablespoon measurement, then we can say approximately 7 grams. So in this single serving, here's what we're going to get. We're going to get 23.9 calories, 4.4 grams of carbohydrates. Look at this, 0.5 grams of good old plant protein. And some people didn't think that spices contain protein. Well, guys, I'm here to let you know that they actually do. Next, 0.7 grams of fat. And look at this, 1.4 grams of good old fiber, what I like to call nature's plumber, right? Remember, fiber is good for the body. Why? Well, because it keeps your tubes clean, right? Remember, it helps to remove plaque and cholesterol from your arteries, and it also helps to remove waste and toxins from your large intestine, also known as your colon. That's right, guys. Moving on. It also contains manganese, coming in at 26% DV, so it's an excellent source of manganese. Iron, 16% DV, good source. Vitamin B6, 6% DV, not a good source. Potassium, 5% DV, not a good source. Vitamin C, 3% DV, not a good source. And lastly is magnesium, coming in at only 3% DV, so no, it's not a good source. Well, guys, please don't be upset that turmeric is not a good source of several vitamins and minerals. Remember, this is based on a single serving, which, by the way, is only 1 tablespoon. So, if you want more vitamin C, if you want more magnesium and potassium, it's easy. Double up your servings. So there we have it, guys. The nutrition facts about the one and only turmeric. All right, now that we've covered the 520 rule, the nutrition facts, let's now dive into the health benefits. But before we do, I want to offer you this. Ladies and gentlemen, 23% nation, we now have to talk about the principle of cause and effect, which basically states that every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. There really is no such thing as chance and or luck. In other words, everything happens for a reason. Now, the reason why I bring this up is to let you know that if you want to be healthy, well, you have to do certain things in order to cause it. It's the same thing with disease. If you have a disease, then yes, chances are you did cause that too. So today, I want to keep it positive. Today, I want to focus on the health benefits, right? Which technically are the effects. Now, what's more important, in my opinion, is that we understand the cause of these health benefits, right? Now, some people may use the term phytonutrient. Some people may use the term medicines. So, first, we're going to state the health benefit, and then we're going to let you know what causes it. So, benefit number 1 is that turmeric may slow or prevent blood clots. Now, the question is, what's the cause, Coach D? Well, guys, say hello to curcumin. Nice. Benefit number 2, may reduce depression symptoms. What's the phytonutrient responsible? Well, curcumin once again. Number 3, fights inflammation. What's the medicine? What's the phytonutrient? What's the cause? Well, curcumin once again. Number 4, boosts skin health. That's right. What's the cause, you may be wondering? Well, here's the good news, is that turmeric offers anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. That's right. Benefit number 5, may outperform common arthritis drugs. Nice. So, what's the cause? Well, curcumin is back once again. Benefit number 6 is that it could treat or prevent certain cancers. Wow, how nice is that? Well, what's the cause? What's the phytonutrient? What's the medicine? Well, curcumin is it. So there we have it, guys. 6 amazing health benefits from the one and only turmeric. Oh, look, more health benefits. Number 7, may help manage diabetes. What's the phytonutrient responsible? Well, curcumin once again. Number 8, combats obesity. What's the phytonutrient? What's the cause? What's the medicine? Curcumin. Number 9, supports management of inflammatory bowel disease. What's the cause? Curcumin, of course. Number 10, may regulate cholesterol. What's the cause? Curcumin. Number 11, works as a natural pain reliever. What's the cause? What's the medicine? What's the phytonutrient? Well, as you probably guessed it, yes, curcumin once again. And number 12, and I promise this is the last health benefit, is that it aids in detoxification, right? So what's the cause? Well, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory agents, and curcumin. And I think I may have skipped 2. Shame on Coach D. Number 10, it may regulate cholesterol. And number 11, it also works as a natural pain reliever. And the cause, as you probably have guessed it, is curcumin. So there we have it, guys. Not 6, but 12 amazing health benefits from the one and only turmeric. All right. Now it's time to talk about food, but in particular, plant foods. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to say hello to our go-to website for everything vegan. So say hello to forksOverKnives.com. By the way, there is a movie entitled Forks Over Knives, which I highly recommend you watch. More than once, as a matter of fact. Now, as usual, I went to the website, did just a little bit of research, and I came across 2 amazingly delicious looking turmeric plant-based recipes that I want to share with you right now. So the first one is entitled Ribbon Zucchini Salad with Lentils and Creamy Turmeric Dressing. Take a look at the picture. Looks delish. Yes. Recipe number 2 is Easy Turmeric Eggplant Curry. Nice. Take a look at the picture. Makes your mouth water, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Now, guys, if you are interested, motivated, inspired to make and taste these dishes, then please listen up. Click on the description box. Why? Because I am providing you with a direct link to both of these recipes. Now, when you click on the link, you're going to find some amazing stuff, right? You're going to find an ingredient list. You're going to find pictures, maybe a video, and you're also going to find cooking instructions, right? So guys, do me a favor. Click on the description box, click on the link, make the dish, taste the dish, come back to the recipe and share your thoughts. So there we have it, guys. 2 amazingly delicious looking turmeric plant-based recipes from forksOverKnives.com. All right, 23% Nation, I hear you. A lot of you say, well, Coach D, thanks for the fun facts, the not so fun facts, and the nutrition facts. But what I really want to know is, when should I use more turmeric? Well, guys, if that's your answer, then I got to tell you that the perfect day to use more turmeric is Nature Day. What? Nature Day? Oh, yes, good old Nature Day. Guys, Nature Day happens to be the first day of the 23% challenge. Now, I do understand that, yes, there is a pandemic, and I do understand that some of us have been on lockdown for a few months, maybe even a whole year. But here's what I'd like to offer to you today. The 23% challenge is a monthly 7-day wellness program that is designed to help improve your health, your wealth, your relationships, and it also helps to save good old planet Earth, right? Now, here are 2 things that you need to know about the challenge. Number 1, it's monthly, meaning every month, meaning January all the way through December, and it's only 7 days long. As a matter of fact, it's the first 7 days of every single month. Now, being that Nature Day is the first day of the challenge, that simply means that Nature Day is the first day of every month. That's right. So whether it's January 1st, February 1st, or March 1st, it's always Nature Day. Now, a lot of people are now intrigued, and you may be asking, well, Coach D, what is Nature Day all about? Well, guys, in a nutshell, literally, Nature Day is all about eating more plants. Now, for some people, it's easy. For others, it's difficult. I get it. So here are some things that I'd like to offer to you today. Number 1, if it's difficult for you to eat more plants and drink more water, well, guys, you may want to try eating only plants and drinking only water before 12 p.m. That's right. That way, after 12 p.m., you can eat and drink whatever you want. Well, maybe before 12 p.m. doesn't quite fit your schedule. So maybe you can eat only plants and drink only water after 12 p.m. That way, before 12 p.m., you can eat and drink whatever you want. Now, for those of us who think it's easy to eat more plants, well, guys, I invite you to become a 3% vegan. Now, what in the world is that? Well, guys, it's anyone, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only one day out of an entire month. Next up is a 10% vegan. That's any person, man, woman, or child, who chooses to eat only plants and drink only water only 3 days out of an entire month. Next up is a 17% vegan. That could be the same person, man, woman, or child, doesn't really matter, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 5 days out of an entire month. Next up is a 23% vegan. Now that's the ultimate, right? And technically that's what Coach D considers himself to be. So what does that mean? It means that for the first 7 days of every single month, I only eat from the 5 food groups of plant foods, which happen to be fruits, vegetables, herbs and spices, legumes, meaning beans and peas, nuts and seeds, and let's not forget about whole grains. And yes, I only drink water. So there we have it, guys. We now know exactly what Nature Day is all about. All right, 23% Nation, I know you still have questions. So a lot of you probably want to know, well, Coach D, is Nature Day for me, right? Well, guys, allow me to answer that question this way. It is possible that you may be dealing with health issues. It's possible that you may be dealing with mental issues. It's possible that you may be looking to transform your body, right? And it's also possible that you may want to transition from the standard American diet to a more whole food plant-based diet. So let's talk about it. Maybe you've been stricken with the big 4, meaning heart disease, obesity, cancer, and diabetes. Maybe you have skin issues such as eczema, pimples, whiteheads, blackheads, acne, psoriasis, right? Eczema, I get it. Maybe you have some digestive issues such as irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, diverticulitis, right? And so maybe, just maybe, you're looking for a natural holistic approach to your healing, right? Maybe you have mental issues such as anxiety, depression. Maybe you're mad all the time or just sad all the time, right? And once again, maybe you're tired of the doctor's visits, the prescription medications, the surgeries, the medical procedures, right? And again, you're looking for a holistic, natural approach to your healing. Well, guys, that's what Nature Day is for. Or maybe, just maybe, you want to lose an inch from your hips or from your waist. You can try our vegan lean program. Or maybe you want to build some muscle tissue, right? You can try our vegan bulk program. Or maybe you heard that transitioning from the standard American diet to a more whole food plant-based diet was easy. Or maybe it's the trendy thing to do. Or maybe, just maybe, you care about the environment, right? Well, guys, Nature Day is definitely for you. So remember, what is Nature Day all about? It's simply all about eating more plants. All right, now it's time for Coach D's tips. I want to help you out. Why? Because I want your Nature Day to be successful. So tip number 1, go visit your local grocery store. Now, when you get there, you're going to go to one of 3 places. Number 1 is the produce section. Number 2 is the freezer aisle. Number 3 is the canned good aisle. Now, a lot of people may say, well, Coach D, why those 3 places? Well, number 1, that's where you're going to find your plant foods, right? Now, a lot of people may say, well, Coach D, what's best? Fresh, frozen, or canned? Well, guys, I'll put it to you like this. Number 1 is going to be fresh, right? Number 2 is going to be frozen. And I'll put frozen as a very close number 2 to number 1. And lastly, and I do mean dead last, it's going to be canned. Now, the reason why I put canned plant foods last is because of this one fact, is that the canning process is a processing process, right? Meaning a lot of the nutrients in the plant foods are either deactivated or they're completely destroyed. So at the end of the day, you may end up putting more toxins in your body than you do nutrients. Tip number 2, go visit the prepared dishes section of your local grocery store. So once you're done with the produce section, the freezer aisle, and the canned good aisle, walk on over to the prepared dishes section. Now, this is where you're going to find a very large plastic or glass see-through counter. And inside the counter, you're going to see lots of prepared dishes sold by weight. And then you'll also find someone prepared to help serve you, right? Now, here's what you want to do. You want to talk to the server and ask them if they have any plant-based or vegan options. If they have something that you're not quite familiar with, don't worry, don't stress, right? Don't fret. Just simply ask for a sample. Don't worry, it's free. Now, if you like it, you may want to get half a pound. If, however, you're having, let's say, a dinner party, or maybe it's time for the game, you may want to get a whole pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, why not 5 pounds? Tip number 3, go visit your local farmer's market. Now, I highly recommend this for those of us who absolutely must have organic this, organic that, non-GMO this, and non-GMO that. Now, here's the good news about farmers markets, is that they cater to the organic plant food market, right? That's right. Also, the farmers market is only going to cater to local farmers, which means your produce may be a little cheaper than it would be at your local grocery store. And the reason why is simply because the farmers markets support local farmers. So the food isn't coming from a different state. It's not coming from a different country. It's coming from your own backyard, almost literally. So the farmers and the farmers market are now able to pass that savings on to you. Tip number 4, go visit your local vegan restaurant. Now, the primary reason why I love eating at vegan restaurants is because they hire vegan chefs who not only know how to cook plant foods so that they retain the majority of their nutrients, but they also know which plant foods to combine to yield the most nutritious, delicious dishes. Tip number 5, go get a subscription to a vegan meal prep company. Now, I recommend this for those of us who claim we don't know how to cook plant foods, or maybe we just don't have time to cook plant foods. I get it. So I say, let somebody else do the cooking for you. So you may want to get a subscription, right? Give them a call. They make the food, they deliver the food, you eat the food. It's just that simple. So there we have it, guys. 5 amazing tips to help make your nature day successful. All right, it's time for our question of the day, and this comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% Nation. We have inquiring minds, so we want to know, turmeric is also known as golden blank, right? So please fill in the blank. Now, I believe I covered this information earlier in the lecture. So if you heard it, then please write your answer in the comment box below. If you missed it, that's okay. You can always hit rewind. So please, guys, write your answer in the comment section below. Guys, I want to thank you for listening. I also want to thank you for watching. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. Now, before I sign out, I got to ask you to please subscribe, share, comment, and like the video, especially if you love turmeric. And don't forget to use our 3-word mantra. It's #EatMorePlants. As stated earlier, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care, God bless, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you.